I was doing a little coke, crank. All of a sudden, these two people showed up at my door.
Where's 95?
And he flashes his badge at me.
Oh, there's 95.
We're taking you to a rehab up in Utah.
Welcome to our world.
Acid and shrooms is like the only thing I like to get a good high.
You are an addict.
We're in a situation where we all need to kind of put our energies together and figure out how we're going to get out of here.
Miss music really bad.
I love cigarettes.
At least for me right now, it would be much more beneficial for me to be home.
I don't know if I have a home to go back to.
It's just like part of living out here, really.
The concern is that should this take off?
Kevin!
We don't use punishment out here. It's natural consequences.
They have no control over you.
I don't want to change. I don't want to be here.
Previously on Eyewitness.
Oh my God.
Our journey continued with Wilderness Quest, a program for drug-addicted teenagers that takes them on a voyage of self-discovery through the Utah desert.
I believe very strongly that it's in direct proportion to the challenge overcame comes the growth.
Kevin came clean and confessed he's been lying to us.
There's two things I wanted to talk about this circle. And one, I just wanted to get it over with and be honest.
Jessie admitted her fear of the required overnight solo hike.
Well, if you were about to walk alone through the desert for 18 miles or so, you know.
And we weren't sure whether Tara would use this hike to make her escape.
Tara's plan right now is to run.
And how do you feel?
Well,
I am so proud of you. Is that a smile I see?
I just had to stop taking breaks because if you sit down, it hurts so bad to get back up.
You completed 18 miles. How do you feel?
Overwhelmed, exhausted, bitten.
Yeah, you look totally bitten.
Yeah.
Do you feel proud of yourself?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Jessie is just glowing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not glowing.
Let's open circle. Who wants to share about your night hike experience?
Had to put so much effort into walking, I didn't really have intense, deep thought.
When you started out last night, did you think you could complete it?
I think that was the thing when I came out here that I was the most afraid I wouldn't get done as far as requirements and just that other thing. It's the thing I was the most afraid of.
I just really wanted you to have that as a success under your belt. And you have that.
There was a lot of things that I had to think about. A lot of things, I had to decide. I was talking last night, about how Larry's always telling me to look at my part. And, I knew my part from the beginning, whether I liked to admit it or not. I think last night I came to a decision that I am staying. And, that just because my parents sent me here, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing it for me, and I'm not saying that I'm not gonna go home and drink and stuff again, because I know I am. But I hope, that this gives me a different perspective on things. I'm really glad you decided to stay.
I'm glad you decided to stay for you, too.
What you got there, Tiffany?
I got brownies.
Who's it for?
Tara.
Happy birthday, dear Tara. Happy birthday to you.
Look what it is!
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Sarah. Yeah, thank you guys so much. This 18th birthday has kind of hit me. And I realize I'm an adult. And I can kind of get into a lot of trouble for shit that I've been doing.
On the sun, on the sun, from
Day
the
is done, day is
to
done,
the
day is
hills,
done.
from the sky, sun from the lake to the hills, from the sky.
As our trip continues, Tara turns on Kevin when it's his turn to lead the group.
I swear to God, Kevin, if you get us lost, I'm gonna kick your ass. Don't get us lost.
In order to graduate, everyone has to get it together.
She just said that you need to take a bearing at this point, this point.
All right,
this
I'm
point.
calling circle.
But things don't look so good for some of the kids.
There's 19 days left. Basically, 8 of those are dedicated to family and your solo, and everything needs to be done by the time your solo's here.
And Patrick finds out that he didn't make the cut.
I want to deal with this shit for another 3 weeks. With some other people that I don't even know that I gotta meet all over again. It's bullshit.
You know, they don't feel that they can miss the 50th anniversary thing, but they are canceling their trip to Europe to be there, all right? That's coming from your parents.
Right now, I don't give a what the hell they try to do. They're always sending me somewhere else.
Do you want to go home? Is that what you want to do?
I'd like to. It's not obviously not happening. I mean, I know I could work things out at home. It'd be easier to work things out at home, but it's obviously not an option.
Patrick has been out in the desert longer than anyone else. He expected to graduate a week ago, but his parents determined that he wasn't ready.
At this point, they're dealing with their son who's a complete drug addict. You know, and they don't know. They have no trust at this point. They probably have a little bit of hope. That's all they have right now.
Now Patrick will be joining Larry and Tiffany's group.
I don't want to have to get all up in the mix of some other people's lives for another 3 weeks, you know?
You probably don't want to hear this stuff right now, but it would be an opportunity for you to do some giving back, you know? Because you got a lot to give.
Giving back to what?
Giving back to other people. Treatment doesn't stop when you walk out of this program. Doesn't. It just goes on and on and on.
The main thing that's pissing me off is I think I'm ready to go home, and because I didn't get this damn bow drill.
Kevin's another student who won't be graduating.
It is not a failure not to graduate. Sometimes it just takes longer, you know, to do things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cause any trouble with my attitude or nothing because I know that there's nothing I could do right now. I have to be here, so hope that I could go home in 3 weeks because I don't know what's gonna happen right there.
Because the rest of his group is graduating ahead of him, Kevin, like Patrick, will join Larry and Tiffany's group.
How do you feel about Kevin coming into the group?
He just kind of scares me sometimes.
My only real big memory of Kevin is just that time that everyone sat down in the group and yelled at him because he wasn't doing coals, and he just kind of freaked out, and I don't know how many more freakouts I can handle. How y'all doing?
What's up, Tara?
Nada. What's up with you guys?
What's up?
How are you?
Pretty good.
How'd everything go?
Well, pretty bad since I didn't get to graduate, obviously.
Who wants to lead today?
This morning, nobody wanted to get up and go hiking. It seemed like everybody was in a bad mood. And when Kevin was away from the group, they all voted him to be leader.
You've been selected the group leader for the day.
Yay, that should feel special.
And today's the easiest day as far as map and compass, so it's a great day to do it.
I got the group lost last time. I'll try, but I don't know if I can for sure. I really don't know. This is gonna be our point marker right there. There's gonna be a little turn right there in the stream.
I swear to God, Kevin, if you get us lost, I'm gonna kick your ass. Don't get us lost.
No threats of violence.
You should use the compass.
I don't need it, but fine.
But why don't you anyway? Thank you.
Because I don't like having it around my neck when I don't need it.
How are we gonna take a bearing?
You're like thinking that we're gonna get lost.
She just said that you need to take a bearing at this point, this point.
All right,
this
I'm
point.
calling circle. Okay, I don't know what is going on with people today. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Patrick, you haven't said 2 words. You know, what's going on?
Just really don't want to talk to anybody.
I feel like everybody's telling Kevin, you gotta get us to this certain destination, and nobody, not one person has looked at the map. I just feel like everybody's looking for Santa Claus here, and it's a group effort to get us where we need to go today. I show people, hopefully, what they bullshit themselves about. I feel like you guys are far enough along now that you guys can see what needs to be done and do it for yourselves. There's 19 days left. Basically, 8 of those are dedicated to family and your solo, and everything needs to be done by the time your solo's here. Am I getting the message through of what you need to do?
Yeah.
I really don't see that we can afford to just sit around and waste today.
Are we ready?
Yeah, lead the way, Cap.
I don't know if you need to take your Zoloft or what, but you need to do something because I can't handle your attitude.
Tara and Jesse's fragile relationship starts to fall apart.
Why are you being such a bitch? I'm seriously tired of it, Jesse. I really am. I can't handle you being a bitch like this, and don't snap at me.
And Tara finds out that out here in the wilderness, one false move could be a matter of life and death.
Tara! Get down!
Okay, I think I can do this though.
I wanted to get my parents out here for like 42 days and just sit here and laugh at them while they had to hike up like the Dune of Doom.
Hold on one sec, don't start coming. All I have to press is the record button?
Yep.
I'm not as graceful about this as you. Does it confound you, Laura?
Nothing confounds me for long.
We hiked out to this juniper tree. It was only a 2-mile hike, but for all of us, it was very difficult.
You can kind of just step across it.
Huh. Okay, come here.
Just don't do anything.
Tara! Get down!
God, if you fell, I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, God, I just asked her to come sit with me, and she fell and died.
Okay, give me your hand.
Get down now!
Maki seems more together than the rest of the kids.
I was the only person that actually wanted to come here and wanted to be here for myself.
No!
But she often disappears in Tara's shadow.
Okay, I think I can do this though.
Oh my God! What are you doing to her, Patrick?
What did I say?
Maki, I'm fine. I'm okay.
Well, she can't get down
I'm
like
here
that.
now.
Do you think it would hurt?
You know, I think I need to feel not necessarily like I'm part of a group, just that I'm not disliked.
Do you think it would hurt?
Jesse's biggest challenge out in the desert is being accepted by the group.
As long as I feel like people like me, I don't need to be like in the middle of everything all the time. And I think Tara seriously has that need.
But see, look, you just saved my life. Patrick, thank you for saving my life.
No problem.
Jesse and I, we just have totally opposite personalities. One day I can tolerate Jesse, you know, and the next day I can't.
We're getting along really well for a time being, and then with Patrick and everything, I feel like they've kind of formed this, not just a bond with each other, but like a bond against me, maybe.
I want to go hide in that hole and eat these chips.
I was
shoot.
I didn't know they saw us.
I know.
Oh, there's a hole up there. Wait till they get around the corner.
Yeah, let's hurry. Should we run? Okay, quick. All right, here we go. Everyone happy. Yay!
Bring out the barbecue.
Okay, can I?
Where's Jesse?
Like,
Snack time.
Over here.
Gone.
What?
You lose.
The wrath of Jesse.
There's plenty for you.
You saved a lot. Well, depends.
There we go.
It seems like underlying the laid-back, good-natured day we had, there's a lot of stress and resentment. People seem ready to snap at each other.
No, we carried the chips out here, so someone else has to carry them
No,
back.
I don't think so. There were lots of volunteers to take them out here, darling.
So? You guys ate them too.
I don't think so.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, and
What's
you're the
so
one who had the
unreasonable
privilege
about
of
it?
taking them. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
it was a privilege to carry them out here?
Well, I'm sorry, but there had. Okay, never mind. It's just kind of strange how there are lots of volunteers to take them out here,
I didn't
and then but
see
it's time to
anybody
take.
No
to
one
continue
volunteered.
taking
We
them.
just grabbed them.
Actually, I volunteered many times to take them off your guys' hands.
So why do you have such a problem with carrying them back?
Why do you?
Because we carried them out here. Why are you being such a bitch? I'm seriously tired of it, Jesse. I really am. I can't handle you being a bitch like this, and don't snap at me.
Is it time for circle?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very time for circle.
This is totally ridiculous. I mean, this is a stupid reason to call circle, but I'm tired of Jesse being a bitch. I can't even handle it. You snap at everything. All we said is Patrick and I carried him here. Everyone ate the chips. Someone can carry him the rest of the way. And you have to throw a fit and say that it's ridiculous, and I'm tired of you snapping and being a bitch. I don't know if you need to take your Zoloft or what, but you need to do something because I can't handle your attitude. I mean, Jesse, it was over a fucking bag of chips.
Yeah, it wasn't.
A wrapper.
I know, it's not really about that, and we all know that, so.
Well, what was it about then? Because you sit there and you snap at me.
What's it about?
Jessie couldn't express her feelings in front of the group, but later she told me how she felt.
Tara and I have kind of butted heads from the beginning. I thought it was just really stupid, the whole chips thing, but it's representative of like her outlook on life. She needs to be needed and or something, and it's like she's the queen and everyone like gets the food from her, but once it's garbage, someone else can have it. If it's valuable and people can, you know, want to get it from her, she really needs to be in that position. If I, you know, even point that out, it's like I'm snapping and she's got to yell and I've got to cry and it's my fault and it's like this huge deal and I'm kind of tired of it.
What's going on, Tara?
Jesse's a bitch.
So, Jesse, are you excited?
Excited wouldn't be the word.
We're about to take on the most treacherous rock climb of the trip so far.
Oh God. I'm gonna like fall.
And it means a life-changing experience for Jesse.
How many times do you let other people run things? Run the circle, you know, run the dinner, run whatever. I see you doing it all the time. Okay, let me phrase it this way. Are you important?
The students are going on a rock climb. Jessie doesn't want to do it, but she has to in order to graduate.
So, Jesse, are you excited?
Excited wouldn't be the word.
Climbing. You stick one of your, if you go on the other side of the ropes, okay?
I'm probably gonna fall at one point somewhere along here, so just like be prepared for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm gonna like fall.
Okay, well, if you're gonna give up, give up.
You're really not helping.
Well, I'm just throwing out options.
I really can't do this.
I'll just lower you down and walk backwards.
Jesse says that the click between Maki, Patrick, and Tara doesn't bother her. She doesn't feel excluded, but she's obviously holding in a lot of anger.
All right, there you go.
Come on, Tara. You're doing really good.
What are you feeling right now? You've made some progress in these circles in the past 3 weeks. I mean, you're beginning to look people in the eye, you know? And my personal theory on why you didn't look anybody in the eye was because you didn't want to see the rejection. You must not think people think very much of you to always cut back and circle and not say anything. I mean, how many times do you let other people run things? Run the circle, you know, run the dinner, run whatever. I see you doing it all the time. You don't step in and take charge for yourself. Okay, let me phrase it this way. Are you important? Would that be hard to say if you were? Is that hard for you to say? What do you try and cover up?
I don't know, but twitches or whatever, and weird things, and I don't know. And sometimes I feel like I can't help it, and sometimes, you know.
Sometimes those twitchers are natural and sometimes they're not.
Well, sometimes they start out like they aren't, but then I can't
Stop it.
stop.
Is that,
No.
does that protect you from people getting any deeper into you?
Yeah.
I bet. Shit. You know, when I see that twitching, I'm like, alrighty. I think I'll back off.
I think you've done really well out here, and, you know, I think it's, like I said, I think it's been hard for you. Being the outcast, you know, and that's so you don't fit in this group in some areas, and you do in others. That's going to happen throughout life. What are you feeling right now?
Clarity.